Hi, and welcome to Sunday with Mike. On today's show, we're going to cover your top Halloween song choices, why your test song at venues matters, a first aid kit for your bin, and why you should never leave home without your business cards. So grab yourself a cup of coffee and join me. I'll be right back. I've got my coffee and I hope you have yours. You know, in last week's show, I asked for you to list your number one top songs for Halloween down in the comments section, and I got a lot of responses. Many of them were in the Sunday with Mike group instead of on YouTube, and we've combined all of those, but the folks on YouTube weren't able to see the ones in the group. And by the way, I don't know why you haven't joined our group yet. We're saving a seat for you. It's Sunday with Mike on Facebook. We've combined all of the results from YouTube and the Sunday with Mike group, and here's the list of the top 10 Halloween songs for 2017. Starting off, the most popular, Michael Jackson, Thriller, Bobby Boris Pickett with Monster Mash, The Specials, Ghost Town, Warren Zevon, Werewolves of London, Alice Cooper, Feed My Frankenstein, Marilyn Manson, The Horrible People, Alice Cooper, Go to Hell, Vic Mizzy, Addams Family Theme Song, Alice Cooper again, Welcome to My Nightmare, and finally, the last song on the list is Concrete Blonde, Bloodletting. I'm going to add this entire list down in the description column so that you can just copy and paste it onto your computer and not have to actually sit there and pause these and all that stuff. We'll be right back.
DJ Event Planner will change the way you manage and run your business. Streamline all of your procedures and software into one easy-to-manage system. DJ Event Planner, the ultimate online planning tool.
I was in a recent conversation with someone, and during our chat, we started discussing a topic that I really never thought much about. We all have our favorite test song, right? I mean, you know, the one that you use to make sure that everything is working correctly after you get all set up and before your event actually begins. I mean, I have a couple of favorites that I always use, and I'm sure you do too. Well, this conversation went in a different direction than most of these do. We got into a deep discussion about using a different song specific to the venue and the client. You know, this is a very different conversation than we normally have, where one person is asking another one, what's your favorite test song? As I dove a little deeper into this conversation, I was curious where it was headed, and most importantly, why this person felt this way. I made the usual argument that, you know, the gig hasn't actually started yet at this point, so the song's purpose wasn't for the event, it was for me to know that my system was running correctly. He acknowledged my point, but then countered it with his point, and it was pretty simple. If your test song raises a single eyebrow anywhere in the room with the staff, management, or a client or a guest, you have already been judged before the event even started. After thinking about this for a while, I thought, well, yeah, what if the venue manager or owner didn't like your test song or mine, the remix of You Shook Me All Night Long? Do I really want people to label me based on a test song? As I explored this topic, it seemed as if they really do. So I'm going to take his advice, and I'm going to start being more careful about what song I use as a test song, and I suggest that you do the same. Look over the request list and maybe pick one of those. Or better yet, turn it into a game and ask the staff for a favorite song suggestion by saying, look, the first person to name a song gets to hear it. Now it's not your selection at all. Now you're the cool DJ who wants to play something for the staff. Just be sure to walk around the room and make sure that everything sounds right as you normally would. If in doubt, you can always tweak the tonal controls to make sure the subs and the tops are doing what they're supposed to do. I know it sounds like a weird thing to have to worry about, but the last thing that you want to be labeled as is a genre-specific DJ. I'll be right back. You know, there have been a couple of times in the past when I wish that I would have had a basic first aid kit. I have been told at a venue after cutting my finger really badly one night that the event manager didn't feel like walking back to his office to get me a Band-Aid. I'm sure this violates a bunch of laws, but my biggest concern was making sure that I didn't get blood all over the carpet in this upscale venue. There have been other times that I feel like we carry so much stuff already that it's crazy to have to start carrying our own first aid kit as well. But recently, I found a happy compromise. I was in Walmart looking for something else, and I stumbled across this little gem sitting on a shelf just waiting for me to buy it. So here it is. It's roughly 6 inches square, and it has 85 pieces inside with this fantastic small locking case. So now I have a basic first aid kit without taking up a whole lot of room. But what's inside? 6 antiseptic towelettes, 12 alcohol prep pads, 1 instant cold compress, 2 antibiotic ointment pads, 35 assorted Band-Aids, 6 assorted gauze pads, 1 roll of adhesive tape, 10 cotton tip applicators, 2 gloves, 5 butterfly closures, 4 finger splints, and a first aid guide. For $5, I thought it was an incredible value, and I'll be much better prepared for my next little emergency. I'll be right back. When you're self-employed, they say that you're supposed to have a, quote, elevator speech, end quote, ready at a moment's notice, and that you should practice this elevator speech often. All they're really trying to say is that you should be able to say what you do in about 30 seconds or less. This isn't always easy to do, and I can tell you many times business owners make the same fatal mistake over and over again. They don't have any business cards on them when someone asks for one. This is a major mistake in my book, unless you already have so much business that you don't want or need any additional income. Why would you not do everything you can to promote your business? It's crazy, but I can't count the number of times that I've asked someone for a business card and they don't have one on them. Personally, it tells me that either you, A, don't have a real business, or B, you don't want my business and referrals. No problem. I can go the rest of my life without sending you a single client. So let's really think about this for a moment. You meet someone new. They ask you what you do. You give them your 30-second elevator speech. You whip out a card and you say, look, I know that was a lot to keep up with. Here's my card, and if I can ever help you or your friends, give me a call or check out my website. Now, doesn't that feel warm and fuzzy compared to the first one? I think it does. So, and I'm willing to bet that you're going to get a lot more business. And if you'll just trust me on this one, it will make people want to do business with you because they like doing business with people they like. So you have to be likable. It's worked for me all these years, and I urge you to get into the habit of never leaving home without some business cards and handing them out every single chance you get. So that's going to be my show for today. I'll be back next week with all new topics to help you and your business. Be sure to share the show with your friends and give me your thoughts down in the comments section down below, and don't forget to give us a thumbs up. So until next Sunday, be safe and thanks for watching.